Hi everyone! Welcome to Kevin's Creations for his winter retreat. I was so happy to be invited to do a presentation back in August at Backstage. So thank you, Kevin, for inviting me. I'm so happy to be here with you today, and I'm so excited that I get to present the projects that I made with the Hot Air Balloon Bundle from the brand new January through April mini catalog. I'm going to go ahead and set my timer right now. Actually, let me go ahead and put you guys in picture so you guys can see my hands, and then I can just move along with you guys. So I'm going to set this for 30 minutes. That's our time limit. It's kind of loud. It's going to make me nervous. All right, so my name is Dawn Griffith, and I've been a demonstrator for over 20 years now. I think it's been October 7th. I was celebrating my Stampin' Up! Anniversary for 20 years. So, and I've never looked back. I absolutely love being a demonstrator. I love being a part of Stampin' Up! So, we're gonna have some fun. I have several projects that I had made ahead of time. I'm actually not live with you right now. I'm going to be trying to get live on our Facebook group. So if you guys have any questions about the projects or anything, but I'm currently cruising with my husband. So I'm thankful that we could pre-record our presentation. So thank you, Kevin. All right, so I have several projects that I want to show you after we make today's card, which is this card. It's so cute. Anybody that knows me knows that I love fun fold cards. And this is a super easy, and that's what Kevin was requesting. Easy, but wow, right? So this is a triple panel fun fold card. And of course, we're using the Hot Air Balloon Bundle. So this is how the card opens up. Isn't that so clever? And like Kevin requested, it's very easy. Also, there is a printable or a PDF for you to print out and follow along with me if you want, or put it in a folder and keep it for later. It has all the measurements and all the supplies that I'm using today on the card. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in. Once again, I'm using the Hot Air Balloon suite of products. I think the only thing I'm not using is the baker's twine. So I'm going to tell you all the measurements of my card, but first let me show you the suite in case you're not familiar with it. This is the Hot Air Balloon stamp set, and this was one of my top 3 stamp sets / bundles that I ordered right out of the pre-order for the demonstrator. And the reason I liked it is because we've had many Hot Air Balloon stamp sets over the years, but this one is more like a puzzle. It's like you're piecing it. You can make them all kinds of different directions, all kinds of different layouts with different colors. You can stamp them, you can die cut them because it also comes in a bundle. So this is the die set, and it's also named the Hot Air Balloon die. And this is where I was saying, like, you can combine stamped images, you can combine with the die cut images. So it's really so many opportunities to make different kinds of balloons. It's not just your one shape and that's it. You know what I mean? So you have different shapes here to add to your balloon. And then of course you have different baskets too. So make sure you're looking at this suite because it really has a lot of variety for your balloons. All right. And then also it has these really sweet rainbow adhesive back dots, which we're going to use on our card today. And it's got all those sherbety colors. I just love it. It reminds me of springtime and ice cream, sherbet, whatever. I just love them. This is probably one of my top favorites embellishments too. And then this is the designer paper. Let me actually take it out of the sleeve here. This designer paper is so yummy, delicious because it's got those same sherbety colors that we have in the rainbow dots. But this is double-sided paper. Now, this is the only pack of paper in the mini catalog that is cut at 6x6. All the other paper is 12x12. So the 6x6 is really nice. It's really nice size. You can use it on cards and also scrapbooking and stuff. So, but these are just a sampling of all the papers that you get in this pack. And each side is the side A and side B. Okay, so those are the designer paper. And then this is how the dies cut out and what they look like when you cut them out. Okay, so I thought I'd show you that too. Because sometimes the dies are kind of confusing when you're using them. You're like, what is that for? All right, so let me go ahead and show you the measurements, or actually tell you the measurements. Let me get my printable because I don't know these by heart. I'm going to put it up here in front of me. All right, so we're using the Fresh Freesia, and this piece is cut at 5 1/4 by 11. We're going to score that together. Now this piece is optional, and I wrote it on the printable as optionals because you really don't need this piece, but this is our beautiful lemon lolly, and this is cut at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Then a piece of basic white for the inside, which is cut at 3 3/4 by 5. And then you're going to need 3 pieces of your Fresh Freesia again. These are cut at, what did I say, 1 3/4 by 4. And you're going to need 3 of them. This is going to be for the panels, the triple panels. And then the designer paper, of course, I'm using all the colors of the rainbow. And this paper is so pretty. These 3 pieces are cut at 1 5/8 by 3 7/8. Okay, so you're just going to pull it back just a little bit on your paper trimmer just to get a really nice mat onto your Fresh Freesia. Okay, so this is 1 5/8 by 3 7/8. Okay, those are going to go onto the Fresh Freesia. And then I also I cut out another piece of basic white just in case I mess up. And then I have another piece of basic white, and then I use the lemon lolly for my mat for the front of the card. These are using the stylish shapes. Let me show you the shapes I use for this one. I use the largest square for the lemon lolly, and then the next size down in the basic white. Okay, so those are pretty easy to cut out. And once again, I cut out all the stuff so I wouldn't have to take my time up die cutting, so we can lickety split through all of this. And then I have all my pieces for my front focal piece for the balloon. I have my balloon cut out with this beautiful paper, which is right here again. Let me show you this. This is from the Lighter Than Air designer paper pack, and it's this one right here. So I just cut out the larger size balloon with that side of the designer paper. Then I cut out the petal pink for the little basket. Can you see that? And then the banner I cut out with the Fresh Freesia. And then I stamped the hip hip and away, hooray, it's your birthday. So it's a birthday card. And I stamped that, and then I die cut that out with the banner that's also in the die collection. And then I cut out 1 each of the clouds that are also in this die collection. And the clouds really make it, I feel like. All right, so let's grab our paper trimmer. If you want to use your Simply Scored, feel free to use that. I always find that it's just a little bit easier for me to use my paper trimmer. So it's whatever you choose. So I'm just going to use my paper trimmer. Okay, so we're going to score on the 11-inch side across the top of your paper trimmer. Move my tape here. All right, I'm going to give you 2 sets of measurements for scoring, because if you wanted to score like bam, 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 scoot it across, or the way I'm going to do it with you right now, we're going to score both ends the exact same way. So we're going to score this end, again, with the 11-inch side across the top. We're going to score it at, oh, you know what? I better keep it open so I can show you. So we're going to score it at 1 3/4. Make sure you're cutting. Don't cut. You're going to score, not cut. My gosh, don't cut. You're going to score with the lighter blade with your Stampin' Trimmer. So score at 1 3/4 and 3 1/2. Okay, so now you can flip it over, which is what I'm going to do, and score the opposite side at the same measurement. So you're going to score it at 1 3/4 and 3 1/2. Okay, so now if you want to use your Simply Scored, or if you just want to scoot this down your trimmer, you would score it still at 1 3/4, 3 1/2, 7 1/2, and then 9 1/4. Okay, so those are the same measurements. You just won't have to flip it around. So you want me to tell you those again? I don't think I put them on the printable. So it's 1 3/4, 3 1/2, 7 1/2, and 9 1/4. Okay, so those measurements will be the same if you want to just score it all the way across. All right, so we're going to fold our score lines, and again, we're going to grab our bone folder to make really nice crisp edges. Now this looks like a gatefold, which it is a gatefold. I mean, if you made this with the, I guess 5.5 by 8.5, and then you did those score lines, it would be a gatefold. But there is a gap. You can see that in the middle of my card. But don't worry, you're not even going to see anything that's what it's looking like right now, because we're going to cover it up with those designer paper strips. And I'm going to go ahead and put these together right now. Now, also, I'm using all the same designer paper. If you want to mix it up, or if you want to use cardstock and stamp on that, I'm going to try to keep this in the direction that I had cut it, so it lines up on the front of my card, and I labeled them 1, 2, and 3. Yep, so this is 1. So I'm going to put them on my front of my card this way. And it doesn't have to be this precise, but I thought it would just look better if it's all lined up, especially like the rainbows. But like if you use this side, it really wouldn't matter. You know what I mean? So we're just going to go ahead and put all our designer paper onto our Fresh Freesia panels. And you should have a little tiny mat underneath that designer paper. So this is going to be my number 1. And then this is number 2. Once I put it down on my Fresh Freesia, I'm not going to be able to see that. So I got to keep it in order, just so that it lines up nicely. And if you use any other suite of product in the mini catalog, like the Be My Valentine or something, you will definitely want to pay attention to how you cut that, because the bees and all that are going a certain direction, and if you want them all to line up too. Okay, so we get the number 3. All right, so we got our panels on here now. Actually, okay, that's good. All right, now we're going to go ahead and put this on the card. So what I find is that if you put this in the center first, it should line up with your other panel. So remember, this is my number 2. So number 1 is going to go here, right? Oh, that's not lining up, is it? Do I go like this? Yes. Woo! All right, so it's good we're doing a test run. Make sure you do a test run. Yes, see now how that lines up nice? All right, so now we're just going to put our first one in the center. We're going to line this up. I'm going to actually use some Stampin' Seal, and I'm only going to put adhesive on the right side. Just a couple strips of that, especially since I'm doing a test run. I'm just going to lightly set this in place, but I'm not going to like permanently put it down yet, because I want to make sure everything has enough room. This has definitely got to be moved down a little bit. So this is why you don't want to permanently put it down yet. All right, and then this one, you're going to put your adhesive on the opposite side with the top and the bottom. So this one was on the right side. These two are going to be on the left side. And again, we're lining up on the card base. And then this one's going to be on the left side. So can you see how the card's coming together? So it should be perfectly in thirds, and it should line up, because the front of your card is actually 4 inches wide when it's closed, just like that. Okay, so then when you open it, this is where that one side on the right is getting pulled out, okay? And then we're going to put our, man, my nose is really itching. And we're going to put our layers together, our basic white and our lemon lolly. I'm going to put these together, and then we're going to put this on the front of the card to straddle on these 2 pieces right here. So it's going to actually sit in the center of the card with the dimensional on the top and a dimensional on the bottom, making sure not to interfere with the center section there. Let me get my dimensionals. All right, so we're going to put our dimensionals close as we can to the top of our square, just one, and then one as close as to the bottom that we can. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and close our card, and then press down your layers now, because we know that those line up really nice. And then you're just going to put your dimensional on the top panel up here and the bottom panel on those panels only. So then it should pull out perfectly, just like that. Ta-da! I love it. Is that straight? That looks kind of crooked, doesn't it? A little bit. Hold on. Let me see if I can straighten that out a little bit. Is that better? Let me look at the camera. Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right, now let's quickly put our balloon together. This is like a puzzle. That's why I think I like this stamp set so much. All right, so let me see what we're going to do. We're going to put the little basket on first. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to lightly put some glue on the strip. You can also use our adhesive sheets if you like those. I work really good with the liquid glue. I'm fine with that. All right, so we're going to put our liquid glue on the basket, and I'm actually going to put this top piece onto the balloon. Just like that. You can scoot it down with the liquid glue. You got a little forgiveness there. Yeah, right there looks good. Okay, and then we're going to take our banner. We're going to put some dimensionals on that. My fingers are sticky. Oop, I didn't even grab it. I just grabbed the backing. All right. Then we're going to put this banner kind of like camouflaging over that basket piece right there. Just like that. And then we're going to take our banner. I'm just going to put glue on one on each, a little dab of glue on each of the banners on the ends. That's it. Because this is going to straddle over the greeting. Just like that. I'm just going to put that right onto the banner. Just like that. Bring this up so you can see it. So you can see that I put the banner with the greeting right underneath that. And then we're going to put that on dimensionals. And then we're going to go ahead and put this onto our basic white piece right here. I'm going to put it like it's floating off to the right hand side, off to the side here on the right. Yes, just make sure there's no dimensionals sticking anywhere else other than just on these panels right here. And then we're going to take our mini dimensionals. Let me grab some of them. We're going to put one dimensional, the mini dimensional, onto the clouds. And I got two here. Okay, so we're going to put the clouds along the side of the balloon. One on each side. Right there, looks good. And that's the front of the card. Isn't it cute? Now, this is going to be the inside of the card. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp. I got my Memento ink here. We're just going to go ahead and stamp the inside with the greeting. It says Wish Big. And this is also in the stamp set. Just stamp that right in the center. And then we're going to put this on the inside of our card. Remember, this piece is cut at 3 3/4 by 5. And it fits in here perfectly. Now, the optional piece that I was mentioning before is the Lemon Lolly. If you want to put this layer behind the card to make it like an actual full-size card, this is where your quarter sheet comes in handy. So you would put your adhesive. I'm going to go ahead and put it on this one, but I didn't do it on the other one. So I'm going to put adhesive on the back of my Fresh Freesia. And then then you're just going to hold your card closed, and then you're going to take your quarter sheet, which is the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and we're going to close that up, and we're going to put that right on the back, so it's like a mat to the card. And plus, it's bringing the lemon lolly, all that, oh my gosh, all those colors together. So you can see the lemon lolly behind there. Yay! Was it cute? Do you love it? Oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. Now, one more thing I did do is I added those rainbow adhesive dots, and I kind of camouflaged them. I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool. I camouflaged like 4 of the colors over top of the dots to give it some texture. So I'm going to take some of the colors from my balloon, like the blue. I'm going to take a little one. I'm going to put that right over top of that dot. Take this one here. Step to my finger. I'm going to put that one there. Take a fresh freesia. You could actually go really crazy and put all these on here. Let me see. What's another one? I can put a lemon lolly one on there. Okay. Now you could add a bow if you wanted with the baker's twine, but that's the card. All right. So now let's quickly show you what else I've been busy making with this suite, and hopefully it inspires you. I asked Kevin, how many projects are too many? He's like, is there such a thing? And I'm like, right? So there's no such thing. So I do have several projects for you to see here. So the first 2 are candy bar holders. Aren't they cute? So this one is actually a candy bar holder with a gift card holder. So it holds a little, well, this one's holding a Starbucks, but it holds a candy bar inside. I'll kind of give you just a rough draft on the card and what its name is and stuff. So I don't remember what I called this. I think it's just a gift card candy bar holder. Pretty original. So, but that's that one. And then this one I know is called the double candy bar holder. So this one holds 2 candy bars. Because, you know, one is just never enough, especially with stamping. So, but that's so cute. Aren't the colors just so yummy? Seriously. All right, and then I have this little Z-fold card. You guys can tell that I really love Fresh Freesia. Purple is my favorite color. So, of course, I went that way with a few of the projects. And then this is just a really pretty way to use the designer paper as the focal point of your card. And all I did for this is I just took my bone folder and I curled the greeting. So I cut it out and then I pinned the end. And then I curled the greeting one way, and then I flipped it over and curled it the other way. So it looks like a wave, like a ribbon. And then this card is really just focusing on the designer paper, because this piece of designer paper has all these different colors of the balloons. So you will have to hand cut those out, but it's just a really nice way to utilize that designer paper in a really nice way for a card. So, but so cute. Couple more. I got this shadow box card, which when you fold it flat, it will actually mail into a regular size envelope, but it sits up so cute. And it's got a little peekaboo window there, so I put a bunch of clouds in there. So you just pinch the sides, and then the card sits up so perfectly. Look at that. So if they put it on their desk or their mantle, it just sits so perfectly. And of course, I love the lemon lolly. So that was my color for this card. Couple more. I'm telling you, I love this suite. It's so great. All right, now this one is actually a shaker card. So it's got those, I think it's the silver and something silver sequence. It's in the annual catalog. But I didn't use the window sheets for my shaker card. I used the netting. So, and of course, I got that from Amazon. But the card has the peekaboo window here. So, but the shaker card, everybody loves shaker cards. So that is more of like a tonal, tone on tone, kind of with the, what is this color here? I'm drawing a blank. You guys know what I'm talking about. And then the final card is just another sweet little card using the lemon lolly. All right, so how many minutes? Oh my gosh, I got 5 minutes left. I did good, Kevin. Are you proud of me? Well, all these projects were the inspiration for me to create for your class today. I'm so happy you joined us, and I hope I inspired you with this brand new hot air balloon bundle. Get it? I'm pretty sure 100% positive you will not be sorry because it's so much fun, as you can tell, right? All right, so if you guys have any questions, I will try to be live here with you guys. If not, I will check in once I get back and follow up with you guys. But thank you again, Kevin, for the invite. It was a pleasure. All right, I will let you guys go with a little extra time.